Welcome to our channel, Learning Tech. Today our topic, communication breakdown. In this video, we discuss the communication breakdown and its reason in detail. Communication may be a method starting with a sender who encodes the message and passes it through some channel to the receiver who decodes the message. Communication is fruitful if and as long as the messages sent by the sender are understood with the same that means by the receiver. If any reasonably disturbance blocks any step of communication, the message is going to be destroyed. Because of such disturbances, managers in a corporation face severe issues, so the managers should find such barriers and take steps to obviate them. Their area unit many barriers that affect the flow of communication in a corporation. These barriers interrupt the flow of communication from the sender to the receiver, so creating communication ineffective. It's essential for managers to beat these barriers. The most barriers of communication area units summarized below. Perceptual and language differences. Perception is usually, however, every individual interprets the planet around him. All typically wish to receive messages that area unit important to them, however, any message that is against their values isn't accepted. The same event is also taken otherwise by totally different people. As an example, someone is inactive for a month because of personal reasons, family member being critical. Information overload. Manager's area unit encircled with a pool of knowledge. It's essential to manage this data flow, else the data is probably going to be misinterpreted or forgotten or unnoted. As a result, communication is a smaller amount effective. Attention. We tend to simply not listen, however solely here. As an example, an individual might listen to at least one "no parking" sign, however, if such sign is placed everywhere town, thus, repetitive messages ought to be unnoticed for effective communication. Equally, if a superior is engrossed in his paperwork and his subordinate explains to him his downside, the superior might not get what he's an expression and it results in the disappointment of subordinate. Time pressures. Typically in the organization, the target's got to be achieved inside such a fundamental measure. The failure of that has adverse consequences. In an exceedingly haste to fulfill deadlines, the formal channels of communication area unit shortened, or messages area unit partly given, i.e., not utterly transferred, so enough time ought to tend for effective communication. Distraction, noise. Communication is additionally affected heaps by noise to distractions. Physical distractions also are there, like poor lighting, uncomfortable sitting, unsanitary area additionally affects communication in an exceedingly meeting. Equally, use of loudspeakers interferes with communication. Emotions. Emotion at a selected purpose of your time additionally affects communication. If the receiver feels that someone is angry, he interprets that the data being sent is extremely dangerous. Whereas he takes it otherwise if someone is happy and jocund, in that case the message is understood to be sensible and interesting. Complexity and structure. The hierarchy in a corporation, i.e. a lot of the number of social control levels, a lot of is that the possibilities of communication obtaining destroyed. Solely the individuals at the highest level will see the image, whereas the individuals at a low level simply have information concerning their own space and a bit of information concerning alternative areas. Poor retention. Human memory cannot operate on the far side a limit. One can't continuously retains what's being told, especially if he's not interested or not attentive. This results in a communication breakdown. Please comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.